We gotta let some 90s nostalgia go. We need new products. We need new stories. Right, even if the stories are rehashing the same concepts, chewing on the same ideas, we just don't need Ghostbusters 7000. Hello YouTube, it's been a week. It feels weird, I feel like it's been longer, but we're back for Final Fantasy 2. I promise today we will not spend an hour doing dumb wandering because I didn't read the words right. Anyways, hi, I'm Ian. We're playing Final Fantasy 2 like I said. And we gotta go to that village with the general now, so we can make progress. We got all the Mithril stuff last time. We're gonna beat up some nerds. And yeah, so I'm excited. I started thinking about this last night. And like I was starting to say, it feels a little weird to only play a game once a week, but I think it's a good break for my brain from Unicorn Overlord, which is a great game, but like after a while, like all the management starts to like make me tired, which is funny because I used to be a manager at a Barnes and Noble. I'm just trying to remember how I got over there last time. I took a boat, so I think I go here, right? But yeah, you know, this is a little more casual. Maybe the way the plot is conveyed sometimes confuses me because I'm bad at life. But sorry, I had to tab out for a sec. I was just pulling up my mixer. But like, you know, it's a little more casual than Unicorn Overlord, where they're like, flood the system. Like, you know, 15 units are coming from left, right, up, down. This one needs to use Valor points. This one isn't a mismatch, like, which is really fun in the moment. I don't know how fun it is to watch, but then, like, you know, your brain's cooked at the end. All right, take me over. Oh, it's gone. So now I have to take the long way over, which means maybe doing this. But yeah, I genuinely enjoy old games like this, but I think it takes a little bit of like putting yourself in the mindset of having fun, which might sound weird, but I often feel the same way, that way about like reading like Lovecraft, which if you know, that's boo racist, everyone boo the racist man, but like books in the style of Lovecraft and everything, you know, it's partially true horror, but it's partially you have to allow yourself to be scared. Like, you're not gonna have fun at a horror movie or at reading a horror book if you don't allow yourself to think, wow, this is scary, or let me suspend my disbelief. And in the same way with Final Fantasy 1 and 2, you have to be like, wow, we're going on an epic adventure. You know, I'm walking over the overworld. I missed the boat. I have to like pretend that we're on like a 3-day journey or something, you know? So I'm excited now that, especially now that I kind of know where I'm going. But yeah, this is the week of my schedule change. So, if you are watching this series, I am definitely going to keep trying to upload on Wednesdays right now. The difficult part is that it's summer for a lot of my students, and I do work with some of my students through the summer, but because it's that I don't have to work with them after school, a lot of them are switching to morning sessions. So like, I got up this morning, it's 8:20 right now. But if I woke up a little later, I probably wouldn't have had time to record this early, which means it would go up a little later in the afternoon. But I will try to keep them going up. Alright, get me over here. But yeah, and then like if you have been, you know, I talked about Unicorn Overlord. In the other Unicorn Overlord video, the last one, I was complaining about how my cat was supposed to have an overnight vet appointment, and they miscommunicated hours and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so Ronnie, my girlfriend, had to get up early today and drop the cat off. And when she dropped him off, they were like, "Oh, it's not actually an overnight appointment. It's only a few hours." And we were like, "Well, if we had known that, I would have gotten up, dropped Ronnie off at the bus stop to go to work, and I would have walked, or so then I could pick her up in the afternoon. But now instead, she's been dropped off. Should be fine." And then Ronnie will pick her up after work. But, you know, anytime my pets are not in my home, I feel anxious for them. You know, it is what it is. Okay, hold on. Let's gear up. We'll focus on Final Fantasy for a little bit. No, we need to save up money right now. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rest in the inn. Oh, is that a new person here? And then we're gonna go outside and save, and then we're gonna see what story's happening here. Alright. Joke's on you. I have plot armor. Alright, you're new. Borgin, what's this? Back to work. Work, I say. If we finish even one day sooner, my glory will be exponentially greater. Hello? General Borgin took command of things in Bosk a short while ago. Things have gotten much easier than when they were under the Dark Knight. It's hard to believe a bumbling idiot like Borgin could become a general in the Imperial Army. Oops, you didn't hear that. So you're the ones they sent to destroy the Dreadnought. Don't worry, I'm on your side. There's an entrance to the sewers up ahead. It's a back way leading to the Dreadnought. Be careful. Just talking, they may start to get suspicious. I'm out. Good luck. He's gone forever. Alright, any secrets back here? Alright. What? The music in this game is incredible. Every time, it gets me. I was gonna say, what would a high fantasy stealth mission be without a little sewer rescue mission, or just like the deceit? All right, onwards. I'm looking at the map. I think I gotta go this way. Oh, there's a chest there. Well, yeah. Speaking of sewers, they announced Welcome to Derry, and, you know, in a lot of ways, okay, I watch a lot of Northern Lion streams, and I do think with him, in a lot of ways, oh my god, immediately self-destruct, we need to let 80s nostalgia go, we gotta let some 90s nostalgia go, we need new products, we need new stories, right, even if the stories are rehashing the same concepts, chewing on the same ideas, we just don't need Ghostbusters 7000, you know? Oh, a longsword. Now, I am a huge It fan. Okay, Strictly Worse. This music is crazy. I love Stephen King. And I am, you know, like, I don't know if we needed Welcome to Derry. What I think we need, if Stephen King needs anything, is a really strong Dark Tower adaptation. And I'm very excited that Flanagan, who did like The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor and stuff, is working on that. But it's a massive undertaking, and I'm glad he's taking his time, because otherwise it's going to not be good. And, you know, like my friend John pointed out yesterday to me, you have the potential for, like, with Stephen King, like a horror Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I think that could be really cool. But, you know, going back to Derry, my favorite Stephen King book, I talked about this in the Unicorn Overlord video a little bit, but, like, you know, it's really impressive to think about because, sorry, I have, like, sleep, like, you know, the crust in my eyes to sleep a little bit. You know, all of the children in Welcome to Derry probably die, right? Because if you know anything about it, like Pennywise is actually a she, first of all, but she may actually not even be dead at the end of it. Oops. Longbow. Oh my god, so many balloons. And so, like, you know, let alone that knowledge, but the fact that these kids are before the main It novel is going, it does not bode well for them. You know, maybe they moved away or something. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Lately, so I'm a big horror fan. But lately I've been not struggling, but worried. Like, I feel like I've been more stressed. And because I've been more stressed, I want to, watch things that make me happy, which is usually horror. I know this is a dead end, but I gotta check for a chest. You know, like that movie Bring Her Back is coming out this weekend, and I'm probably gonna go see it because I like horror and people expect me to talk about horror, and be like up to date on it, like my friends and stuff. But like, I feel like I'm gonna watch it and just be stressed the whole dang time. But maybe it'll be a release, like cathartic. It's almost, I don't want to say, like, you know, for a long time we only had cheap jump scare horror in the early 2000s, and now we're in a world where we have too much good horror. Like, I want mindless, like, oh, you know, they brought in the church and they fought this demon, and eventually they exorcised it, and family life went back to normal. But what we're getting right now is like deep exploration of trauma via horror, which is really powerful. But also, when you're watching it, if it does affect you at all, you're like, I'm getting, like, I'm catching left and right uppercuts over and over again from the horror universe. If you saw Talk to Me, that movie messed me up. And I was talking to my friends about it last night. And I think part of the reason it messed me up is because my girlfriend's family was visiting our one-bedroom apartment, and so we were all sitting in this one-bedroom apartment, like, you know, and talking, and things were just kind of rowdy, and I was like, I'm overstimulated. I'm gonna get out of this apartment. I'm gonna go to the movies. I'm gonna, you know, relax a little bit. And then, that movie overstimulated me as well, so I came back, and they were like, how was the movie? And I was like, but that's the power of art and film, you know. Sometimes you need it to mess you up a little bit. Can I just make it to this dang staircase, please? I was just thinking, I kind of wish that I could see, like, I can see our agility, but like how in like modern games, like Clair Obscur, you can see, you know, the turn order, so I can just tell what to do. But this isn't that kind of game. I've been working behind the scenes to see the project through to completion. End your resistance, kneel before your emperor. It's the only alternative left to you. Consider what I've said. When the time comes, we will meet again. Oh. He's done? Looks like you came all this way for nothing. See for yourselves. Uh-oh. There they go. Oh, no! I didn't even think they would attack the town. I forgot about that. Curse you! The Empire destroyed numerous towns with the Dreadnought Blitz. They're really gonna make me walk all the way back out here now? Oh, man. They're like, you gotta keep up your banter skills today. Now, this actually does remind me, though. But I gotta see what's in this door first. Oh, wait, this is a shortcut. A pass. Oh, will this get me into the main castle? Hold on. Wait. Key items. To board the Dreadnought. They just left it behind. So I'm reading The Book Thief with a few of my students, right? And one of the things I'm trying to communicate with them, because they were born in the in the 2000s, and they have more distance. Or I guess not more distance. That doesn't make sense. But like, you know, they were not raised in the same century as World War II occurred, if that makes sense. So to them, it seems like ancient history. The Dreadnought were doomed. The world we know is over. Tell Prince Hilde. Had it for Poft. Okay, first let me look in here real quick. Let me rest up and look at the shops and stuff. Wasn't it 11 before and now it's 35? They raised the prices now that the Empire left. Okay, let me look at the magic shop. Fear. Okay, I want this one. Alright. But yeah, so like what I've been trying to communicate them is that like even though the characters in the Book Thief are not real, right? The events, like, don't lose sense of like that, like, you know, this is communicating a real time period where people, you know, history is not an event, it is made up of people experiencing events, and it's really important not to like lose sense of their faces and individuality in that event. And for the most part they get it. But like, you know, when you play a game like this, it's easy to be like, oh no, the fictional war. Especially when like let's be honest, you know, the characters are not as developed as modern Final Fantasy characters are. So like, you know, I'm like, these are my guys right here, but I don't have like a super attachment to them, right? Like, this isn't like Cloud where I'm like, that's my boy. So like, you know, it's one thing to be like kind of silly and be like, the Empire is attacking. But what does the Empire attacking remind us of? Well, you know, real world atrocities, and you gotta keep those in mind to remember that like we were attacked by the Dreadnought, they're all dead. You know, like they're the boat's still working. You know, okay, they're just hanging out there. You know, we're fighting for, you know, truth, justice, and a better tomorrow, in the words of Superman. All right, the shopkeepers are still here. Just making sure. Oh, I walked out the other side. Look, so this is like the first time. This is a complete tangent. I've grown. Like, I've been growing my facial hair out more and more, and it's been growing in thicker and thicker. But I hate when it like kind of feels like it's itching my nose a little bit. All right, we want to go to Altair, right? I think. I might have done this last time and messed it up in the same way, but we're gonna find out. Okay, I think I did it right this time. Okay, let's get some plot. I guess a question I have, and this is going back to talking about what I was rambling about. But when do Final Fantasy games characters start really having personalities? Okay, I've been talking to Sid this whole time. This is a truly heinous villain, though. Just attacking civilians. Alright, let's talk to Hilde. Wait, I'm in the wrong room, aren't I? Yeah, this is the room with all the sages. Many were wounded in the Dreadnought's attack. The shock has caused even my father's condition to take a turn for the worse. I hate that my father has to see this. He knows his death is near. Is there nothing you can do, Minwoo? All those who live must someday die. It is our fate. Still, it is my duty as White Wizard to ease the pain of those who suffer. I shall remain here and devote myself to the care of the wounded. I take my leave of you. The fate of the world rests on you, Firion. To waste no time in destroying the Dreadnought. Okay, see you, buddy. Okay. So, they were clearly hinting that I have to go talk to Sid, right? So, now, we got to get back to Poft. So, let's begin that trek. Wait, didn't... Oh, I was like, in that save data it showed Minwoo, but it was because I hadn't overwritten the save. He's already left. Alright. So, we're clearly gonna have to sneak onto the ship, defeat the Dark Knight. Batman ain't got nothing on us. And, oh, he's probably in the other town, right? Or this is... Yeah, we're on the wrong side, and the boat has left. No, we don't need to heal up. So yeah, we're gonna have a pretty big... I wish the boat was here. I gotta give it to them. There is some fast travel in this game, which is fairly impressive. I can't believe we're not one-hitting these guys yet. Although, yesterday was Dragon Quest Day. I love Dragon Quest. And the early Dragon Quest 2, sometimes you're like, wow, I'm so strong. I feel like I can cross that bridge. And you walk across the bridge and they're like, prepare to perish. Okay. Please. But yeah, they announced the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 Special Edition remake, and I recently got my girlfriend to play through Dragon Quest 3 for the first time, which is on this channel, and if you're interested, maybe check that out. But the stuff they changed in 3 was cool, and I'm very excited to see what they do with the stuff that they're gonna change in 1 and 2, like adding the Princess of Canuck as a party member. That stuff is crazy. I did not expect that. Please, just let me into the village, guys. Alright. I should save. I should save. I don't know if it's gonna be like, get on the airship now, nerds. We're going destroying. Okay, first, let's... We didn't take too much damage, but let's make sure we're at full. I was wondering what my notification was on my phone that said I had to do today, but it's the new Superman issue comes out today. What you want to do is blow up that thing's engine. Do that, and you can bring the whole overgrown tub down. Sunfire. Okay, now let me ask about Sunfire. Controlling Sunfire is tricky business. Let the flames get too high, you gotta run away on your hands. That'll blow the engine sky high. Okay, so you told me how to destroy it, right? Now, here's what we're gonna do. Do I have to go back and tell Hilde about that? So, I'm going to save and go back to Hilde, and if she says, like, this is, you know, now you gotta go destroy it, that's great. If not, I'm going to save Scum because I don't want to have to walk all the way back out here. If I don't know what to do, if I'm not sure what to do yet, you know? Take me back to Altair. I still hear Pallet Town in this. Okay. Now, I think Hilde will be like, oh, we know how to destroy it. Please go to blah, blah, blah and murk them. Has improved a great deal thanks to Minwoo. That's great. Sunfire is the crest of the Kingdom of Kashan. Its flame still burns on the ground floor of the Kashan Keep. Scott and Gordon have told me many stories concerning the flame. The finer points of the tale are not known to me. I seem to recall the flame cannot be held in just any torch. Sid told us that we might use Sunfire to destroy the Dreadnought. Then there's no time to waste. You must depart for Kashan Keep at once. If you hire Sid's airship, the journey should not take that long. What can you use to bring the Sunfire back? Okay, now where is Kashan? The king had something to tell me. Where is the king? I know I've been here, but it's been a while. There he is. The king's illness goes far beyond the physical. There is little I can do. Every 3 years, I celebrate a festival of the flame in Kashan. During the festival, the Sunfire is moved to Eagle's Tower while its brazier is cleansed. I can't talk. So many perish in the Dreadnought's attack. Perhaps it would be best if we surrendered. Scott sealed the gates of the Kashan Keep to protect the Sunfire in the event they were defeated in battle. You need the goddess's bell to break the seal. The whereabouts of the bell are known only to the Kashan royal family. Okay. Gordon would know where the bell is kept, but I have not seen him lately. Someone close to Scott or Gordon may know where to find it. Okay, so where do I find Scott or Gordon? Hold on, we're gonna get ourselves situated. I don't want to spend 1,000 years wandering like I did before. Now, if I talk to Hilde, I've heard Scott and Gordon mention the bell. The gates of Kashan Keep only open to the voice of Kashan or the ringing of that bell. The bell rests deep within the cavern on the snowy plains. It will not be easy to retrieve. Is it your intention to enter the snow cavern? If only Gordon were here, there'd be no need for you to risk such danger, but he isn't, so you must. There's nothing I can do but pray for your success. Josef knows the snow points at the back of his hand. You should seek his counsel. Wait, are you Josef? Who's Josef? Bro, can you not blame me? Which one of you is Josef? I forgot. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, because Gordon was the guy out here wandering around, right? Okay, so I don't want to do this, but I just want to make sure I don't miss anything too crazy. So let me just type in Josef. FF2 Josef. Wait, Josef was the guy in Solomon that we saved? Is that correct? Okay, so I think what we have to do, first of all, is save here. Second of all, fight this goblin. And okay, so I'm just I think Solomon is the one way up in the top left-ish area. Alright, I just wanted to get us situated so you know, I'm working towards the goal as semi-efficiently as possible, because I do not believe that everything needs to be optimized all the time. But I do think it feels good when you're making progress. I'm looking at the map. So can I how the heck did I get there last time? Cause I could take a boat from here to here, right? And then walk around? Or I could go talk to Sid and just have him fly me there, right? That might be the smart option. I can feel. So I've been up for a while. My cat, Luna, she loves attention. So I literally often, for about 20 minutes in the morning, walk around holding her like a baby and sing to her. Because it keeps her calm. Right, we have to walk past here. And now, my metabolism has started, and my body is like, please give me fruit, give me some protein. And so my brain is starting to be like, you know what? Don't think about Final Fantasy. Like, you don't need to keep that data in there. You gotta get some snacks. Alright, another level. Now that is the value of walking. We get these cheap levels, like, you don't have to pay attention to it really. Sleepy. We've been staying up a little late. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I admit Star Wars is not what it once was, but I still like it. I love Andor. Like, I think my favorite television of all time is Dark. I think Andor might be my second favorite. So we've been binging a lot of it, season 2, which is great, but it's also good enough that I'm always like, it's only 12 episodes. I'm always like, one more episode, and all of a sudden I'm sleepy. But I have been watching The Parisian Agency because I wanted to practice my compréhension orale en français, parce que je parle et j'apprends la langue pour 8 ans. Anyways, French is my second language, and I think I'm pretty good at it. Or like decent at it, and I want to get better at it. Just in case I gotta like flee the country or something. Alright, please take me, Sid, to where I need to go. Take me to... Yeah. Now, if this was near where I was, I'm gonna be mad. I need names on the map. My brain can't hold these in. Okay, it was where I thought it was. It was just easier to get here this way. All right, and then Gordon was in a house over here, right? No, this is a church. But yeah, I love Josef, but I know that if I'm not around, I would just get in his way. What was I saying? I was talking about Andor. And yeah, it's, you know, it's been with and the Parisian agency, and it's just so insane in those shows, to think about people having a budget of like 800 or 8 million euros and stuff. It's just crazy. That cowardly Borgin have been threatening Nelly to get to me. Forgive me if something I can do. All you gotta do is ask. Goddess's Bell. To reach the snow cavern is in my snow craft. It's hidden in the mine. There's a blue stone on the first floor that marks the spot. Look behind the stone to the right. The secret room's there, and the snowcraft is inside. Sorry I couldn't help find the mithril. I want to help by pitching in now. What are we waiting for? Oh, okay. New party member. Now, you better have mithril weapons, buddy. Let's take a look at Josef. Oh, come on. We had enough. Oh, but they gave me back, what's his name's stuff when he left the party, Minwoo. Okay, so let's save. And this was a really productive recording session. I think we save here. Next time we start Snowcraft Expedition. Also, we stop cat hair being stuck in my mustache, which is then getting in my nose. So we're gonna save here. Let me click this. And if you're here, thanks for watching, and then thanks for hanging out. Feel free to leave tips and comments and all that. I did make a little splash screen to start the video. So if you have any thoughts about it, or if you like it or dislike it, feel free to share.